welcome to Padhai Se Dosti YouTube channel. In last video session, we had started a new chapter from Defense Studies workbook of Standard 9, that is chapter number 4, Indian Army, in which we have already saw about the basic information of Indian Army, its historical background, then the role performed by our Indian Army during the various stages, during various calamities at international borders also, and inside the country also during the different disaster and all these things. Indian Army also work as a peacekeeping force in different international missions also. Then we also discuss about the command and control of Indian Army. We had discussed different structural unit of Indian Army, their heads who govern these different structural units of Indian Army, and the governing officers also. So let's discuss about the areas of responsibility of geographical commands, means whatever six operational command and one training command we have. So we are going to discuss more about that. So the particular area of our country is assigned to the particular operational command, and that we will discuss over here. The very first command out of this six operational command is the northern command. Okay, so northern command, as its name says, it takes care of the northern part of our country. So remember, its headquarter is located in Udhampur, and it is responsible for operations in Jammu and Kashmir against China in east and Pakistan in the west. So on this map you can clearly see about this. Okay, so this is the Jammu and Kashmir area. Okay, so whatever red line you can able to see over here, this is the actual map of Jammu and Kashmir, but some of its part it is under the control of Pakistan, that is a POK, and this is Aksai Chin under the control of China. So we have here LOC, line of control between India and Pakistan, and here LAC, line of actual control between India and China. So this northern command, its headquarter, it is in Udhampur, which is there in the western part of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so this Udhampur is a headquarter over here, and its main motto is to safeguard our international border in Jammu and Kashmir from China in the east and Pakistan in the west. So remember this thing. Here you can able to see the rugged terrain over here, different Himalayan ranges. Okay, this is a more properly visible map. So this is about the northern command of Indian Army. It is its headquarter. It is in Udhampur, Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Then the next command is Western Command. Okay, as name suggests, Western Command, but the area it is controlled. It not exactly the Western, so you have to be careful while answering the question on this Western Command. So its headquarter it is in Chandigarh, which is the capital of Punjab and Haryana. Okay, and it is responsible for operations in Punjab and Himachal Pradesh against China in the east and Pakistan in the west. Okay, again you can able to see over here. This is a Punjab state over here, and this is a Himachal Pradesh state. Okay, and this is a Chandigarh. Okay, Chandigarh city. So here it is a Western Command headquarter of Indian Army. So it take care to safeguard the border of India in Himachal Pradesh and in Punjab. So Himachal Pradesh border, it shares border with China over here. So this Western Command is responsible to safeguard the border of China, India in the east, and India Pakistan in the west. Okay, in Punjab state. I hope it is clear to you with this particular map. Then the next one is the Southwestern Command. Okay, its headquarter is Jaipur, the capital city of Rajasthan. It is responsible for operation in north and central Rajasthan and Haryana. So here you can able to see, this is our biggest state of India, Rajasthan. Here its capital Jaipur. So it is a Southwestern Command. It is south also and western also. Okay, Southwestern Command. Remember this thing. The northern part of Rajasthan and the central part of Rajasthan, means up to this border, it is guarded by this Southwestern Command of Indian Army. Remember, the northern and central part of Rajasthan and Haryana. So you will ask me that Haryana is a landlocked state, but that area, the entire area, it comes under the Southwestern Command. Okay, suppose tomorrow if this particular area needs any support from army, then in this particular area the southwestern command of Indian army will provide to any support. Okay, so remember this thing. Then the next one is the Southern Command, very famous and very big command. Okay, so its headquarter it is in Pune. It is responsible for operation in South Rajasthan. See how much area it covers. South Rajasthan, then Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, entire South India is covered by this Southern Command. Okay, and Southern Command headquarter they are in Pune. Okay, this is a Maharashtra. Okay, and here is a very famous city, Pune. Okay, here you can see the Pune. Okay, so you will find here the headquarter of Army Southern Command, and the area comes under this particular command is entire southern India, Maharashtra, Karnataka, then Andhra, Telangana, then we have here uh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Goa, Gujarat, and also the southern Rajasthan. Southern Rajasthan means the area which is belong to this particular area. Okay, this is Jaisalmer and all the southern district like this Udaipur, Dungarpur. Okay, so this area it comes under Southern Command, so remember this thing. Then the next one, Central Command. Central Command's headquarter it is in Lucknow, the capital city of UP, Uttar Pradesh. It is responsible for operation in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. Uttarakhand against China in the north, and also security along the Indo-Nepal border with UP and Bihar. Okay, so देखो ये जो पर्टिकुलर कमांड है इसका काम क्या है कि यहाँ पे जो उत्तराखंड हमारा जो स्टेट है, देखो यहाँ पे ये उत्तराखंड स्टेट है, इसकी बॉर्डर चाइना के साथ मिलती है, नेपाल के साथ भी मिलती है। तो ये बॉर्डर को चाइना से सेफगार्ड करने का काम करता है सेंट्रल कमांड। ओके, सो रिमेंबर फिलहाल यहाँ पे ये काला पानी डिस्प्यूट भी चल रहा है। इन नेपाल ने इंडिया की 400 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर की टेरिटरी क्लेम की है, आपने न्यूज़ में भी पढ़ा होगा ये सारी चीज़ें। सो दिस पर्टिकुलर सेंट्रल आर्मी कमांड इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू safeguard the border along the Uttarakhand, which is common border between India and China, and the second one, the border between India and Nepal in the state of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Okay, so remember about this central command headquarter. It is in Lucknow. Here you can see the Uttar Pradesh, its capital city, Lucknow over here. Okay, this is a very famous Lucknow city. Okay, guys. So let's move ahead. Then the Eastern Command. Eastern Command is located, its headquarter located in Kolkata. It is responsible for operation in Sikkim, Bhutan, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, and also against China and security of Indo-Nepal, Myanmar, and Bangladesh border. So can you imagine the operational area of this Eastern Command? It is again a very huge area. You can see over here. Here it is a Kolkata city. Okay, capital city of West Bengal, and it takes care of different borders. So here you can see India Bangladesh border, the longest border. Remember, it is the longest border which India shares with any other nation. So India Bangladesh border almost 4,000 kilometer, more than 4,000 kilometer. Then we have Indo Myanmar border over here. Then we have Indo Bhutan border over here. Here we have India China border. Okay, in Arunachal Pradesh and in some part of Sikkim also. So this Eastern Command take care of all these international border. Okay, in the northeast area and in eastern part of our country. So this Jharkhand, West Bengal, and all these seven sister state, all these seven Northeast Indian state, also Sikkim, they comes under the Eastern Command. I hope it is clear to you. Then we have the Training Command. In addition to above, there is also Army Training Command to oversee the training of Indian Army. So Indian Army need different experts. Okay, Indian Army needs different officers, soldiers, commanders, commandos, and training of all this personnel is very important because well-trained men they are always doing better job at international borders to safeguard our country. So training is the must, and you will find different organization or different establishment of this training command all across the India. Okay, you will find NDA, National Defense Academy in Pune near Khadakwasla. You will find the artillery training school at Deolali, Nasik. Then you will find the Army College of Engineering in Pune. You will find Army Medical College also. I think it is also in Pune. Then you will find the Indian Institute of Army Personnel Training. I think it is in Dehradun. Okay, so likewise, there are different training schools of Indian Army across the country. There are different recruitment launched by this Indian Army, like through NDA exam, through CDS exam, which is conducted by Union Public Service Commission. So we will see about all these professional opportunity in subsequent part. But remember, this training command, it holds different training organization of Indian Army all across the country. Then let's discuss about the organization and composition of the Indian Army. So there are different organization works under Indian Army. Okay, so the various organization unit which go to make up Indian Army are classified under two major heads. One is the combat arms and one is the logistic support services. Okay, so what is this combat arm? It is responsible for the actual fight on the battlefield. Okay, and this logistic support service, it is responsible for some logistic support like food, petrol, diesel, arms and ammunition, clothing, or some technical services. Okay, repair work and all these things, so it comes under logistic service support. So let's discuss about the combat arm. Here you can see armor corps. So armor corps, they contains the different tank. So we have different tank like Bhishma, Arjun. Okay, so we have such a armored vehicle which plays a decisive role on battlefield, and it is a very crucial vehicle to do a battle at rugged terrain. Okay, then we have this artillery. We have Bofors, the updated version of Bofors, that is Dhanush we have, which is indigenously made by India on the basis of Bofors. So these are the artillery guns. Okay, so they used to launch shells, different kind of shells during the वॉर. सो इट गिव्स द सपोर्ट टू आवर इन्फंट्री. जो भी हमारे सैनिक आगे लड़ते हैं, उनको एक कवर देने का काम ये करता है. आपने कारगिल मूवी देखा होगा, बहुत सारे मूवी देखे होंगे, तो उनमें बहुत बार उनके कमांडर बोलते हैं कि अ, हम ये एक टुकड़ी लेके आगे जाते हैं, आप हमें आर्टिलरी शेलिंग का सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड कीजिए, उसका कवर प्रोवाइड कीजिए, सो दैट दे कैन एबल टू कवर द डिस्टेंस at forwarded post. Okay, so remember about this artillery. Then we have the engineer corps. So engineer corps, they take care of some technical issues. Suppose there is any river and army want to cross that river, so engineer corps will lay down such a bridge. Okay, it is a temporary bridge made by engineers of Indian Army, or they are doing many work like suppose they want to make any bunker. So to have a bunker, again you need a civil engineers. If you want to repair army vehicle, again you need mechanical engineer. Okay, so likewise there is a core team of engineers, army engineers, and that's why there is a army engineering college in Pune. So if you get admitted into that college, then it is compulsory for you. After your graduation, you have to give at least 7 years service to Indian Army. Okay, so remember this thing. Then you have infantry. Infantry means what? The pedal sena. Okay, so infantry is also important corp of Indian Army. Then we have here the corp of signals. ओके, जो भी शत्रु के रडार्स होते हैं उनको जैम करने का काम, उसको डिफ्लेक्ट करने का काम, उसके जो सिग्नल्स है वो कैच करके कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करने का काम होता है कॉप्स ऑफ सिग्नल का. ओके, सो रिमेंबर दिस थिंग. इट इज अ इट इज रिलेटेड टू टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सर्विस एंड signaling service. Okay, so you can see here different radars, antennas, and different things mounted on this particular vehicle. So there is a technical team of IT and communication expert over here, electronics and telecommunication experts. So they try to fix the jammer so that the enemy's radar cannot detect the movement of Indian Army, and we will get some secret details of the enemy communication. So that is the main task of this corps of signal. Then we have Army air defense. So we have different air defense system like this. You might have seen such a vehicles, rocket launchers, in that rally of 26th of January or 15 August at Rajpath. So all these vehicles are showcased over there. So this is a rocket launcher. You can fire 12 rockets or more than that in single minute to destroy the enemies asset. Okay, so this is a army air defense corp. Then here it is a army aviation. So if there is any emergency situation at the front line during the war, so these helicopters will provide the essential services, like they will carry the injured soldiers from the army to the base camp, so they will have proper medical treatment over there. Suppose they need some equipment, some arms and ammunition, some food supply or anything, so this helicopter will do all this thing for our Indian army. So it is a army aviation wing also. And then the last one is army intelligence corp. It is a very important because each and every operation of Indian army involves the gathering of intelligence. रेकी करना उसे हम बोलते हैं. Okay, we need a surveillance data of battlefield. So what is the position of enemy over there, how many bunkers he had made, whether there is any harm to our soldier, or how to plan that particular operation. So all these things decided after we get the data from this army intelligence corps. So it is again a very important corps. I hope guys it is clear to you. If you want more detailed information about it, you will get many video sessions also on YouTube. Otherwise, you can visit the official website of Indian Army. You will get in detail analysis of all these things. Okay. Then there is a second wing or a second part of the organization of Indian Army, that is a logistic support service. So there are again different categories of this logistic support service. Let's discuss one by one. The very first is Army Service Corp, ASC. So it takes care of ration, transportation and petroleum product. जो भी उन हमारे जवान हैं उनको डेली का जो रेशन लगता है, या जो भी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन व्हीकल्स लगते हैं या पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट्स उनको लगते हैं, गैस सिलेंडर्स हो या और कुछ फ्यूल की रिक्वायरमेंट हो, सो इट विल फुलफिल बाय इंडियन सर्विस आर्मी सर्विस कॉप. ओके. देन वी हैव आर्मी ऑर्डिनेंस कॉप. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ऑर्डिनेंस? ऑर्डिनेंस मीन्स द दारूगोला. ओके, सो वट एवर एम्यूनेशन, armament and vehicle equipment and clothing it is required to our army, it is supplied by this army ordnance corp. Okay, इसे टेक्निकल टेक्सटाइल भी बोला जाता है. इट इज अ मॉडर्न टर्मिनोलॉजी. वॉट एवर सेफ्टी क्लोथ्स इंडियन आर्मी नीड, so it comes under technical textile. Remember this word. Then we have Electronics and Mechanical Engineer Corp, EME, Electronics and Mechanical Engineers Corp. So they will provide the repair and recovery of weapons and equipment work. Okay, so if there is any problem with any equipment of army, whatever they are using, so this engineers team will help them to repair that particular equipment, to do the recovery of weapons and equipments. Okay, and then we have Army Medical Corp, medical care and treatment, very easy. Then we have army dental corp. If there is any dental issue of with any soldier officer, so this dental care treatment department will take care of it. Then army education corp, it is about a human resource development. So whatever soldiers we have, officers we have, to train them, to educate them on different issues. So it is a basically the task of this army education corp. Then we have the remount and veterinary corps. Okay, so we know that there are many animals like dog, horses, mulls. They are working with Indian Army. ये मल्स क्या होता है? खच्चर जिसे हम बोलते हैं, जो कि गधे भी नहीं होते और हॉर्स भी नहीं होते, दोनों के बीच में लाई करते. दे बिलोंग्स टू Indian Army for different transportation work in hilly areas. So to take care of their health, their fitness, it is a task of this remount and veterinary corps. Okay, so whatever हमारे जो आर्मी के एनिमल एसेट के हेल्थ का केयर करने का काम ये यूनिट करता है. ओके, देन वी हैव मिलिट्री पुलिस. सो टू कंट्रोल ट्रैफिक एंड डिसिप्लिन related to traffic in different army commanded areas, it is a task of army military police. जो आर्मी के अलग अलग टाउनशिप होती है या उनके जो एस्टेब्लिशमेंट होते हैं, को पूरा सिटी जैसा उनका एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है, तो वहाँ का पूरा ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल और डिसिप्लिन का मैनेजमेंट मिलिट्री पुलिस वो देखते हैं. ओके, देन वी हैव judge advocate branch. Okay, so it is to provide the legal support to Indian Army. Okay, so if there is some land acquisition issue, or suppose there is some any technical or legal issue related to administration, so it is taken care by this judge advocate branch. Then we have military labor in forward war zone. Okay, so there is one organization, BRO, Border Road Organization. It works under Ministry of Defense. Okay, so it take care to make a road in difficult terrain, like ये दो लोग बे गोल्डी का जो रोड है अभी इंडिया चाइना गलवान वैली में जो स्टैंड अप चल रहा है वो किस कारण चल रहा है? दो लोग दौलत बेग ओल्डी का जो रोड बीआरओ कंस्ट्रक्ट कर रहा है, सो चाइना इज अपोजिंग फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर कंस्ट्रक्शन। सो वहाँ पे जो भी लेबर्स चाहिए होते हैं, या सपोज आपको किसी हिली एरिया में कोई सप्लाई पहुंचाना है, so you need again a labor, local labor. So to manage this labor force, it's a task of these pioneers. Okay, so it is a military labor in forward war zone. Okay, so some people they belongs to military itself because they are trained by Indian military how to do all this supply chain, how to maintain this supply chain work. Okay, and there are some local people, they are hired on a demand basis. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you about all the operational commands or operational sectors of Indian Army. There are two. One is the combat arm and one is the logical support services. Okay, so in this way we have completed this chapter. Okay, there is some small activities over here. You have to match the pair. Very easy. Infantry क्या है, artillery क्या है, corps of engineer क्या है, ये सब हमने देखा है. आपको सिर्फ match the pair करना है. Okay, I am not going to repeat this. Then second question is, make a chart of showing out the ranks insignia for Indian Army and stick it over here. So in previous class, in previous lecture, we had already discussed about this ranks and insignia of Indian Army, Air Force, and Navy also. So you just have to take its picture and their information, and you have to paste it over here. So in this way, we have completed this particular chapter. Let me allow to show you some interesting information over here. So it is one of the Geo Intelligence magazine which provides some intelligence support to different army personnel. So the geography, geoinformatics is the field which involves very huge significant role to gather the intelligence. Okay, so by using this remote sensing and GIS, that's the geographical information system, we can able to do many application or many uh, useful task for our defense operations. So GIS for defense logistic is the name of this particular magazine. You can able to see some logistic dispatch over here, and it needs the geographical precise data. Okay, so that's why this magazine's theme is the world of geo intelligence at your fingertip. Okay, so I just got this magazine on internet while searching more information about this India logistic service and all this thing. So here you can see like this Indian Army aviation wing, they used to supply different parts or different things to the forward post of our army. Okay, so GIS in defense logistic, you can able to read the things over here. Okay, so you will find many such a magazines and you will get the very important data from it. Okay, you will get the advancement in such a areas which belongs to different countries also. So remember about it. So here you can see the different drones, how they used to do surveillance task. Then you will see something related to healthcare service. Okay, so here it is a Lockheed Martin to produce the automated test system for US Navy. So ये automated एक टेस्टिंग सिस्टम है जो कि टेलीकम्युनिकेशन और जो भी लॉजिस्टिक सपोर्ट का काम है वो करती है. तो देखो ये किस तरह की ये सर्विस लॉकहीड मार्टिन नाम की एक कंपनी है उसने डिज़ाइन की है. तो जो भी ऐसे डेवलपमेंट होते हैं वो यहाँ पे लाए जाते हैं. उसके बाद ये देखो एक सर्वेयर है, कुछ पॉइंट्स वो ले रहा है, उसके वजह से उसको कुछ हेल्प मिलेगी टू सेटअप द प्रॉपर इंस्टॉलेशन ऑफ army related things. Okay, then this is again the telecommunication related service, intelligence gathering service. Okay, you can see here one drone, this armed vehicle with some radars and jammers. Okay, so likewise you can able to go through such a different PDF. Okay, so you will get more information about your uh, academics. Okay, whatever syllabus we are covering. So again, this is, you can see the logistic support service by Indian Army and Indian Air Force personnel. Okay, so a revolution in military affairs incomplete without revolution in military logistic. IT and GIS plays an important role in military logistic because They help in moving supplies, equipment and troops where they are needed and at the right time. So this is a very important. Right time कोई चीज करना है हमें तो प्रॉपर हमारे पास mechanism होना चाहिए. That's why this GIS platform is very important. So here you can able to read about it. A high speed logistic data network with application software on GIS platform, geographical information system platform, will provide not only in transit visibility in real time but also the total asset visibility. Okay, total asset visibility मतलब क्या है कि हमारे पास कितने रिसोर्सेस है, कौन कौन से लोकेशन पे वो अवेलेबल है, उसका जो बेस कैंप है वो कहाँ पे और हमें कहाँ से कहाँ तक लेके जाने कितना टाइम लगेगा, वो पूरा जो नेटवर्क रहता है उसको इफिशिएंटली मैनेज करने का काम जीआईएस प्लेटफॉर्म करता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस जियोग्राफिकल इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट for this logistic support service of Indian Army. So in this way you can explore different things on your own. You will get immense information from it. Okay, so I hope guys you enjoyed this particular session. We will see the such a interesting session about our defense system in our next sessions also. So be in touch with all these things. So see you soon in our next class. Have a great day. Thank you.